What's up, everyone, and welcome back. Get ready for one of the absolute wildest sports stories of the year, a truly strange showdown between Donald Trump and professional golf. And before we get into it, you know the drill. Smash that like and subscribe button. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so let's just get right to the big question, because this whole thing sounds completely backwards. Why in the world are the bosses of a major golf tournament literally begging a former president not to show up on time? Seriously? What is going on here?
Well, it all comes down to massive delays.
And you know what massive delays lead to? Yeah, angry fans. And here's the kicker. The whole reason for all this panic, it has absolutely nothing to do with golf. Believe it or not, it's all because of a tennis match? Yeah, you heard me right. All right, so let's break this down. We're talking about the Ryder Cup, and the organizers are, no joke, in full-on panic mode about Donald Trump possibly showing up. They are genuinely terrified his visit could just completely blow up the whole event. So to get why they're so freaked out, we have to hit the rewind button and look at what went down at the US Open men's tennis final just recently. Because that, my friends, was a complete and total train wreck. So get this, just his arrival and all the security that comes with a former president, it delayed the start of the men's final by almost 50 minutes. In live sports, that's an eternity. It's an absolute disaster for TV scheduling. So what exactly happened? Well, they brought in last-minute airport-style security. We're talking scanners, forcing everyone to empty their pockets, full-body scans, the whole deal. It created a massive bottleneck of people, so bad that there were hundreds of empty seats when the national anthem was playing. And then, when Trump finally got to his seat, he was hit with a wave of loud boos.
To put it, well, bluntly, a source who was right there in the middle of it told Page 6, and I'm quoting here, "It is an absolute shit show." That's not exactly the glowing review you're hoping for at a world-class sporting event, right?
The chaos was so intense, it actually became kind of democratic. Even huge celebrities were stuck waiting in line for hours, just like, and I love this term, normies. No one was safe from the gridlock.
Okay, so the tennis match was a mess. But here's the thing. The Ryder Cup? That could be a nightmare on a whole other level. Organizers are looking at the tennis fiasco and thinking, oh no, ours could be so much worse.
And here's exactly why. Let's look at the numbers. The US Open, about 25,000 fans all in one stadium. The Ryder Cup, we're talking 50,000 fans a day, spread out over a huge, sprawling golf course. But the biggest difference, the real killer here, is the timing. In tennis, you can kind of delay the start, but in golf, those tee times are set in stone. One delay at the beginning throws the entire day into absolute chaos. It's a domino effect you just can't stop. Which leads us to this super awkward, kind of desperate plea from the tournament organizers. Look, they know they can't just tell a former president not to come, so instead, they're trying to figure out how to manage the chaos they know is coming. So here's their unofficial please don't ruin our tournament game plan. Step 1, they've basically begged him, please, for the love of all that is holy, skip the opening tee shots. Step 2, hey, how about arriving after lunch? That'd be great. And step 3, you know what? Mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon would be just perfect. Anything to avoid that crazy morning rush. So what happens now? Well, right now, everyone's just stuck in this super anxious waiting game. Nobody has any idea if Trump is actually going to listen to their request, and the teams are basically just bracing for impact. And this is where you see the classic split between the official PR spin and what's really going on. Publicly, the PGA is putting out statements hoping for a seamless, secure event. But privately, the captain of Team Europe is straight up telling his players to prepare for chaos. And Trump's team, complete radio silence. They haven't said a word, which is just making everyone even more nervous. So it all boils down to this. Is Trump going to play ball and show up late? Or is the Ryder Cup about to get a full-on dose of total chaos? I honestly have no idea what's going to happen, so I want to hear from you. What's your prediction? Drop it in the comments below. And there you have it. What a situation. Hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a huge favor and smash that like button and subscribe for more. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out.